This is our main event, Bray Wyatt challenging Shawn Michaels for the world title, and Michaels can't seem to get the Wyatt family off his back. Wyatt's in control, but look up! Look who it is! It's Sting, who has been a thorn in the side of Bray Wyatt for months. And Sting with a death drop. Sting points the bat towards Bray. And Shawn Michaels defeats Bray Wyatt. But here come the corporate reinforcements, the Commissioner, JBL, and the man who lost the championship to Michaels last night. But here comes the boss, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And look who it is! The Dudleys! Is that a lead pipe? Oh my god, a lead pipe! Off the skull of the man who will be leading No Limits Wrestling in the future. And Punk flipping the bird at the truck. And Austin and the Commissioner. There's another truck. He's directing the truck to the... Oh no, Austin's in there. Austin! Oh my god! For the love of God! Somebody! That truck just got ran into by another! Oh, for the love of God, Austin's in there. A new era has begun here in No Limits Wrestling. Tonight is the first night where the brand split will take full effect. The roster has been split in two, and tonight we are going to see the results of that. And not only a huge tag team match, but a huge championship rematch as well. All that and more on the new era of No Limits Wrestling heading in to WrestleMania. And tonight, as we said, a huge rematch. It's for the Women's Championship. Charlotte gets a contractually obligated rematch against the woman who took the title from her last week. Only this time, it's a submission match. Lita versus Charlotte, and a huge tag team main event. Two champions teaming up for the first time ever. Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels set to take on CM Punk and Edge, the Commissioner's Golden Boys perhaps. That and more here to come tonight, and oh my goodness, it's a Sting. And last week, and in fact at the Royal Rumble, Sting played a major part in the matches of Bray Wyatt, but Sting is in the rafters. And will that come full circle here tonight? We'll just have to wait and see. But the first man out here tonight on the brand new era of No Limits Wrestling, the brand split, it is the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins, the man who is going to WrestleMania to challenge for the world title after he won the Royal Rumble by number one. And we saw at the top of the program the heinous actions of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, this past week on Metal, Seth Rollins confronted the Commissioner about it. But when the Commissioner said to Seth Rollins it's just business, they attempted to bury the hatchet, but the Commissioner puckered his lips, applied a kiss of death, and well, the rest is history, as they say. I knew when I decided to leave the Commissioner and tell him what I thought of him, it may not have gone down well, and that's exactly what happened. But I could not stand by and watch what they did to Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was despicable. And as you saw, Stone Cold Steve Austin is not here tonight, and I'm not sure if he's ever going to make it back to be the boss of this brand. However, I am still going to put in 100% with everything I do, as long as I am Seth freaking Rollins, and I am the man. Now, somebody has been trying to take the title of the man, and that man is Edge. And I use the term loosely. You see, Edge likes to think of himself as the ultimate opportunist. Well, he won a battle royal to become number 30 in the Royal Rumble. And what did he do? He lost to a man who'd been in there for nearly an hour, me. And before that, I beat his ass on pay-per-view, shook his hand, and he said he would get me back. Well, guess what, Edge? I'm still standing, and I'm still here. And I'm the man who's going to WrestleMania to face the champion, not you. And I guess that explains why you decided to align yourself with the commissioner to try and get back at me. Well, that's fine, Edge. Because you see, I am a fighting champion. And if you want, you can come out here and face me right now. Or better yet, I know that there's a pay-per-view coming up, Desolation. And I know that there is a specific match that is planned for that event. So I figure, what the hell? Edge, you, those damn Dudleys, and those two goons can team up and take on me and 4 guys. And we have ourselves a War Games match. How about it, Edge? You can represent the commissioner, your new buddy apparently. And in a fight of good versus evil, let's see who wins. But let me warn you, Edge, I'm gonna make beating you at Insurgents and beating you in the Royal Rumble look like a cakewalk compared to the bloody, brutal violence I'm gonna bring to you inside War Games. What a challenge by Seth Rollins! And it looks as if he may be already gonna get his answer. Here comes the rated R superstar Edge. And this is a man who we've called desperate in the past, desperate for opportunity. And I don't think that we've ever seen Edge as unhinged as we have seen him recently. Last week spearing Seth Rollins on metal. And how's he going to respond to the challenge? Seth Rollins, you're not making it easy for me to leave you alone. Every which way I turn, I'm greeted with your stinking face, and it disgusts me. It pisses me off that every time I get an opportunity in this company, I get it taken away because of you. I was number 30 in the Royal Rumble. I should be the one going to WrestleMania, but instead, you outsmarted me for that split second. I let my guard down, and it pisses me off every single day since. And because you're going to WrestleMania, it eats me up inside. I'm not gonna lie, Seth. I am jealous of you. You have your whole career ahead of you, unless I have something to do about it. You see, you shouldn't have challenged me to a War Games match, because I have been in every match possible, and I have ended career after career. And despite not going to WrestleMania, I am making it my mission that you don't either. Now, I may be jealous of your success, Seth, but I know that you're jealous of me too. Do you know why? Because I am in with the boss, which means I can do whatever the hell I like. I can throw expletives on the air. I don't give a shit, because I'm the rated R superstar, bitch. And I can say what I like, because the censors answer to the commissioner, who answers to me. And that's why I speared your ass last week. It was no accident, Seth. I meant everything I did to you when I laid you out on metal and the commissioner stuck his tongue down your throat. The kiss of death, Seth, for you and your career. I'm gonna bring the Dudleys. I'm gonna bring the goons. And we're gonna take you out inside of War Games, Seth. And to be honest, you'll be lucky that if you find any partners at all, because we all know what you did with the NWO and how many enemies you've made in the past. It's all well and good gaining respect of the fans, but you've pissed a lot of people off in your time, Seth, and it's gonna catch up to you. Now clearly you're eager for competition if you want to face me right now, but don't worry, Seth. We can get at each other later. We've got a tag match, myself and CM Punk versus yourself and Shawn Michaels, but you're eager for competition. And since I can pull the strings around here, I guess I'll give you an opponent. So Seth, let me introduce the man who's gonna kick your ass early for you. Come on out. Well, Edge clearly thinks he can book the show now without Stone Cold around. And I don't know how. Oh, well, there's one of those goons that the commissioner's hired to take out Stone Cold Steve Austin, and on metal, those goons were trying to take out the Bullet Club. And there you see a side kick by Rollins, taking him out. And this is one of the men who attacked Finn Balor and AJ Styles this past week on metal, and right now Seth Rollins with a baseball slide. He's scheduled to have a match later, but Edge has already sicked one of them on him, and what the hell? And he went under the ring and came back up. Hang on. Is that a different guy? I think it is, and the referee doesn't know. What a freaking lariat by one of those goons. And I think it is. I think they did the old switcheroo. And there were two goons at the scene of the crime last week. There's a jackhammer, and there were two goons that were chased away by AJ Styles on metal. And it looks as if, yeah, they've switched. There's some subtle differences in the body shape as well. There's two of them. And now he's on the top rope and taken out. Oh, and again dragged under the ring. And Seth Rollins looks out and wondering where he went. The referee doesn't know. But Seth Rollins is confused as we are. Oh, and there he is. Yeah, it is a different person. That one's definitely leaner in body mass, and you could see the way he got up for that athletic heel kick. Taking out Seth Rollins. And Rollins. Oh, understandably. Look at this. A roll-up and a kick-out. Rollins still has to compete in the tag match later tonight. But he's got his hands full in what is essentially a handicap match. Goes for a moonsault, but got caught into a TKO. And Edge is understandably upset with Seth Rollins. After all, every opportunity that Edge has got in this company, he's squandered because of Seth Rollins. And now Rollins, there's the buckle bomb. Oh, and he would look to go for a sling blade off the ropes. And there's that second masked man to hold the foot of Rollins. And that moves out of the way. One of the masked men runs out of the ring, and the other comes in to attack Seth Rollins. And he went for a powerbomb. Gets out of it, and there's the ripcord knee. And the curb stomp. Breaks the leg. And Seth Rollins puts away the goon, and oh no. And look at the other one on the outside with that nightstick. One of them has been taken out by the curb stomp, but Seth Rollins doesn't see the other one. Oh, and a nightstick to the back of the skull. And again to the ribs. And now it's essentially a 2-on-1 assault on one man. Two nightsticks, two masked men attacking Seth Rollins. And another shot to the ribs. And this is enough. It was enough last week when they nearly killed our commissioner Stone Cold Steve Austin. And now tonight, taking out the Royal Rumble winner at the behest of the commissioner, I'm sure, and also Edge. Edge wants to cause as much pain and misery to Seth Rollins as possible. And I'm sure he'll get his chance in the War Games match of Desolation, but tonight, the Goons have struck first. The Intercontinental title has been laid out by order of the Commissioner. After that nightstick attack, it makes you wonder whether Seth Rollins is even going to be able to compete in the main event tag match tonight, pitting Edge and CM Punk against Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins. It's looking increasingly unlikely, especially after the Goons took care of Seth Rollins. And who are they? What are their motivations? We know they work for the Commissioner, and we know they're going to be competing in War Games, but who are these hired assassins sent to destroy Seth Rollins? And who is Seth Rollins going to find as partners for that War Games match? We'll find out later. But speaking of war, last week the Broken Hardys themselves instigated a war against the tag team champions, the Riot Squad. The Riot Squad looked to add another victim to their list of many when they looked to try and take out Jeff Hardy by breaking his ankle, but it was Broken Matt to the save. Broken Matt Hardy, who has been training Brother Nero at the Hardy compound over the past couple of weeks. And speaking of the Hardy compound, this past week on Metal, the Broken Ones themselves issued a challenge to the tag team champions, stating their claim as being the greatest tag team in all of time and space, and they wanted to procure the tag team titles. However, the Riot Squad, in the midst of all this, made their way onto the Hardy compound and set alight the Hardy symbol, setting it on fire as a message to the Broken Hardys. Now tonight on No Limits Wrestling, Matt and Jeff were looking to send a message to the tag team champions, the Riot Squad, and what a better way to do that in their tag team debut in this company against Braun Strowman and Luke Harper of the Sideshow. And look at those two beasts in the ring there. The reason that Kamala is not with them tonight is because at the Royal Rumble, Kamala got his ass handed to him by Brock Lesnar. And that is why it's Braun Strowman and Luke Harper here tonight. And now, look at that, just shoves away Jeff Hardy, and this is certainly one of the most difficult tasks you could possibly have when you're making your tag team debut in this company. And now the Hardys looking for a double suplex. But my God, look at the strength of Braun. Strowman with the double suplex to the Hardys. And they may be in line for a tag title match when this match is over. And Rosemary leads on her men. But Luke Harper reversed into the ropes. And the poetry in motion. But now Matt Hardy, broken Matt, dragged out by Braun. And here's Jeff Hardy to attack with a crossbody. And Rosemary willing on her men. Braun was taken out by Matt and Jeff. But look in the corner, oh my God! A suicidal torpedo through the second rope, and that's 300 pounds of Luke Harper crashing down to the Hardys, and the Hardys are certainly broken after that one. Can they get back into it after the break?
My mind is spent. My body is broken. Yet I am ready for war. Trapped. Isolated. Locked away from society. These sick games we play, the twisted, demented steel. Are you ready for war? No Limits Wrestling presents Desolation live on pay-per-view.
Welcome back to No Limits Wrestling. This matchup in progress. The Sideshow taking on the broken Hardys, and the Hardys may have broken Luke Harper that time with that double team aerial maneuver. And what a boot by Luke Harper. And I have to say that Luke Harper's probably the most underrated wrestler in this company. He is phenomenal for a man of his size. We saw that before the break with that suicide dive. And now Braun Strowman with Jeff Hardy in his clutches, picks him up for a wheelbarrow and then slams him face first into the mat, and Matt Hardy wants the tag, he needs the tag, and there you see again that power of Luke Harper. And did you see the way that Jeff's neck snapped against that turnbuckle? Thrown like a missile, and now picks up the boot, but a back spin kick, and Braun tags himself in, realising that Jeff Hardy was about to make the tag, and what a freaking dropkick! Rosemary has picked two huge monsters, and they're flying around here like cruiserweights. The missile dropkick from Braun, and now the bear hug, power on display, but Jeff Hardy, the DDT, creates a moment of separation. Can he make the tag that he so desperately needs? Matt Hardy on the outside. Luke tagged in as well, but here comes broken Matt. Punches and shots to the face, and the side effect. The side effect to Luke Harper. Harper is down. And things are coming up wonderful for the Hardy Boys. Looks for the twist of fate, but here comes Braun Strowman clattering Matt Hardy. Hardy and Luke of a legal man, but here comes Jeff, the dive, and the strength of Braun to catch him. But the high-low attack by the Hardys. And the Hardys looking to gang up on Braun Strowman. Going to try and take this big man out of the matchup. But oh my goodness! Rosemary can't believe it! And Luke Harper, not on purpose, accidentally took out his own man. And the twist of fate. And the swanton.
1, 2, 3.
The Hardy Boys successful in their NLW debut as a team here tonight. And it was all because of one crucial mistake. Luke Harper trying to save Braun Strowman, but the Hardys were smart enough to move out of the way, and that discus lariat hit Braun Strowman, and they have been positively deleted here in this matchup. Well, take a look at this again. The Hardys move, see Luke Harper coming with that discus lariat, and it connects with Braun Strowman. And then the twist of fate to Luke Harper, and the swanton bomb gets the win for the broken Hardys. And Rosemary trying to stop a potential fistfight here. Braun Strowman, understandably, pissed off at Luke Harper for costing him the match, and they are fighting on the outside. Oh, and speaking of fights, we may get an early fight here. Those are the NLW Tag Team Champions, the Riot Squad, who have set their sights on the Hardy Boys, and vice versa. The Broken Hardys made it clear they want the tag team titles, and the Riot Squad also made it clear they're not going to back down from the challenge. Well, that is a huge tag team rivalry set in motion, but speaking of rivalries, Bray Wyatt has not been seen yet here tonight, but Sting is lurking in the rafters. We'll see how that plays out tonight, but in our next part, it is the rematch for the Women's Championship. This time a submission match. Charlotte challenges the new champion Lita, and that match is up next on No Limits Wrestling.